week 19 of the fantasy basketball season. And here's a few forwards I looked at on the wire this week. The first guy, Charles Bassey of the San Antonio Spurs. So Charles Bassey here, he hasn't got much playing time, but this Spurs team now, obviously they're out of it, losing 16 in a row. And a team that's going to play the young guys, and right now Bassey's getting an opportunity. So right now with 2 weeks left of the regular season and the fantasy basketball season, this is a crucial time for Eds, and Bassey definitely can help owners. On the season, 5.1 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 1.3 assists, and 64% from the field. But the last few weeks here where he's getting the chances, 8 points a game, 7.3 rebounds, 1.5 assists, and 56% from the field with a steal a game as well. So Bassey right now, I know the playing time ain't crazy, 15, 20 minutes a game, but he's definitely putting up numbers, and a guy can help fantasy owners, especially in the rebounding category. February 15th at the Hornets, 4 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 20% from the field. February 23rd at Dallas, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, a 3, 87% from the field. And February 25th at the Jazz, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, and 75% from the field. So right now, Bassey's available in tons of fantasy leagues here in 93%. And he's a guy, like I said, who'll help you in rebounding, field goal percentage in most part, and he's going to get the playing time, especially with this Spurs team definitely out of it. So right now, fantasy owners should go out there and get him. The next guy's Talen Horton-Tucker of the Utah Jazz. So last week he was an ad, is Horton-Tucker, and once again he's going to be an ad this week here. Still available right now in 64% of fantasy leagues on the season here for Horton-Tucker. 7.8 points a game, 2.6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 40% from the field. So we know he's not a great 3-ball shooter. We know he's a guy that could score the basketball pretty well, and he's even blocking shots as well decently over the last few weeks with 10.8 points a game, 5.5 rebounds, 6 assists a game, 1.5 blocks, 1.5 threes, but only 31% from the field here is Horton-Tucker. So Horton-Tucker, he's getting the good playing time. We know this Jazz team, they're in the hunt here for the play-in game and tournament and stuff, but right now, Tucker's been back from injury over the last couple weeks here, and he's making the most of it. February 15th at Memphis, 15.7 boards, 7 assists, 2 blocks, 2 threes, 33% from the field. February 23rd versus the Thunder, 9.7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, a block, a 3, 18% from the field. Then February 25th versus the Spurs, 12.6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks, 2 threes, and 44% from the field. So right now, Horton-Tucker, he's not going to put up monster numbers, but definitely a guy that's going to help you in points, rebounding, passing, and blocking shots. So right now, he'll give you 4 or 5 categories. Like I said, he's getting the playing time anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes a game. And he's definitely a forward to go out there and get this week. The next guy, Kevin Love of the Miami Heat. So Kevin Love signed with the Heat last week, and so far he's getting playing time in the first 2 games with this Heat team. 22 minutes and 26 minutes here. So on the season for Love, 8.4 points a game, 7 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 1.7 threes, and 38% from the field. So Kevin Love here, he's going to get the playing time. He definitely needed a guy off the bench or a guy could fit in at the powered forward position. And right now, Love is doing that in the first 2 games with the Heat. He's averaging 6.5 points a game, 10.5 rebounds, 3 assists, a block, 1.5 3, and 26% from the field. So Love, they definitely got him to score the basketball and rebound. And like I said, he's getting the playing time right now. Still out there is Love in 61% of leagues. So the first couple games with the Heat, February 24th was a horrible ball game. No points, but he did have 8 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block in that one, and 0% from the field. And February 25th at the Hornets, 13 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists, a block, 3 threes, and 36% from the field. So last season, Kevin Love, he averaged 13 and 8. And this season with this Cavs team, there wasn't much playing time with Mobley and obviously Jared Allen, the big men over there, and getting the playing time in the youth movement for this Cavalier team. So right now, Miami is a good landing spot, obviously. He's getting the playing time so far in the first couple games. And he's a guy to go out there and get. He's going to help you in 3-point shooting and obviously rebounding. And this is definitely a time to go get him this week. The next guy, Cam Reddish of the Portland Trailblazers. So Cam Reddish, he wasn't playing at all with the New York Knicks. And the Knicks flipped him in the deal for Josh Hart. And so far, it's worked out for both teams in the early going of a trade. On the season here for Reddish, 9.5 points a game, 1.7 rebounds, 1.2 assists, 1.1 threes, and 44% from the field. But the last couple weeks here for Reddish, 15.7 points a game, 2.7 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.7 steals, 2.7 threes and 42% from the field. So right now in his new home, important, he's getting playing time and he's making the most of it. We know Reddish was a first-round pick a few seasons ago, and obviously at Duke with Zion Williamson and RJ Barrett, very talented guys, no doubt about it. And he just needed playing time for whatever reason. Tom Thibodeau didn't play Cam Reddish, but so far, like I said, it's been working out for both teams. This trade, February 13th versus the Lakers, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, 3, 25% from the field. February 14th versus Washington, 18 points, a rebound, an assist, a steal, 4 threes, 58% from the field. And February 23rd at the Kings, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 threes, and 38% from the field. So I'll help you in rebounding, which he's pretty solid at the forward position. He's a pretty decent three-point shooter. I know the field goal percentage was never really good here for Reddish, but three scoring and rebounding, he definitely can help owners. And he's a guy right now getting opportunity available in 85% of leagues. And the fifth and final forward I looked at on the wire this week here, Kyle Anderson of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Kyle Anderson, he's starting to play a little bit more for this Timberwolves team, anywhere from 25-30 minutes a game. And he's starting to put up numbers on the season. I know the averages aren't great, 8.5 points a game, 4.8 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 1.2 steals, and 50% from the field. But the last couple weeks, 12 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, 6.3 assists, 1.3 steals, and 50% from the field. So right here, Kyle Anderson's getting more playing time. And this Minnesota Timberwolves team, we know at the deadline, traded Russell and Beasley. So definitely a little bit of scoring opened up here for this Timberwolves team. And Anderson's making the most of it. February 13th at Dallas, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, a block, 44% from the field. February 16th versus Washington, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 53% from the field. And February 24th versus Charlotte, 6 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, and 50% from the field. So Anderson, we know, is a glue guy with Memphis over the last few seasons. With this season here, with Minnesota, the playing time was down a little bit, but now since the trade of Beasley and Russell, more shooting opportunities and more playing time here for Kyle Anderson. And he's a good pickup this week right now out there in 52% of leagues. That's a few folds I look to add here in week 19 of the fantasy basketball season.